Welcome everybody to the third episode of Many Last Words. we we got a wild producer on our hands here. I'll cut this intro pretty short. We got Peyton here to react to Week 3 of the NFL season. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We had yet another good, honestly, way better weekend than other weekends that we've had of football. Super exciting games. We're both happy men today. It's nice that we both have wins under our belts, Peyton. How are you feeling? What's new?
Man, it's always good to be back on a day where, like you said, we both got to win, be able to talk to my one of my best friends on the Many Last Words podcast. Glorious day for us, man. This weekend was fun. I got to was it this weekend? Yeah, it was this weekend. Wow. I feel like it flew by. But my buddy, Will, the Commanders fan that we've spoken about on this podcast, his fiance had her bachelorette, so Victoria got to go to that. So it was a guys' weekend this weekend. So we tore it up, man. We went out, we got to watch college football all day on Saturday. We watched NFL, the first slate of games. And then Will went back because Kaylee got home on Sunday. And I watched the midday games. Also got there's nothing better than getting free food, right?
That's right.
Well, there's a few things, but I would say that's the top five feelings, getting free food. And I went to one of our favorite restaurants. I don't there's no free ads here, but also I don't like giving up my spots. I gatekeep. I am a gatekeeper.
That's fine.
Um, it's a Chinese place, and I'll take you next time you're in town. I didn't know about it when
I
you
won't
first
tell
came to
no one.
visit. But yeah, we got some free Chinese food, just because they didn't realize that we didn't pay. I did a to-go order, and I didn't realize I didn't pay either, and just walked out with the bag, and then realized later. So shout out to them.
That's on them. They got to figure that out.
Yeah, you've worked in the industry before, isn't that? That the guy
Yeah,
asked me. He's like, "Did you pay?" And I was like, "I think I did." And then he's like, and then I looked at him and I said, "What would happen if I didn't pay?" And he started laughing. He's like, "I don't know." And I was like, "All right, well,
nothing, just charges to the game.
yeah, charge it to the streets, my guy. I appreciate you." But
Yeah,
speaking
yeah. I
of,
mean, there's stuff like built into the restaurant system. Like it happens.
yeah,
People
all
come up
right,
and take random bags. Like they'll figure it
really,
out. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy out here.
people just walk in and you say, "All right, that's mine."
Yeah.
I always thought about people doing that at like Chipotle because like especially like during the lunch rush, like there's so many bags sitting up. Especially when I lived in Victory Park. Um, there's a Chipotle right next to the American Airlines Center, and that one during like a lunch work hours is crazy packed. There's so many bags that's in. Like someone could eat, and the same thing with the Chick-fil-A. People would just walk in and be like, all right, that's mine. But my thing is, I would never do that because I'm a picky ass eater, and like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just be out here eating
Just taking
whatever,
whatever.
eating whatever. I can't do
See,
that.
you and I are very different. I eat whatever. So
Oh,
there's people
I
like me out there.
I do remember that. You used to eat mustard packets for lunch.
I still love mustard. There's nothing wrong with it.
You took like five mustard packets in third, maybe it was it fourth grade? No, second grade to the head.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy that I'd be like so willing to do that. I would never do that today, but like there was the mustard packets. I used to do the Crystal Light packets also.
Oh, everyone did that. The Crystal Lights in middle school? Yeah,
Yeah,
those used to hit. Those used to hit.
those are ridiculous. And dude, honestly, also, I was thinking about it while you were talking about it. Can we
Mhm.
normalize gatekeeping certain things? Because I gatekeep things too.
I love
Dude.
gatekeeping. Music, especially I gatekeep. If
Mhm.
I'll play for you in the car. Like I'll play music around people. It's like I love playing music, but like I won't send music. I don't like posting music. Like any stories, like because like the stories I have on my Instagram, like of my commutes, I do like popular songs that like everyone knows. I don't put my newer like low key bangers on there ever.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
What do you gatekeep?
Dude, the biggest all-time gatekeep, and I still haven't told anyone this one. It can be like an open thing. People still will never find it. There's a restroom on San Diego State's campus. It's a big one. Nobody ever goes into it. So if you ever got to take a dump, that's the one to go to.
I ain't telling a soul. I did that at Matea. There was a bathroom that was open that no one knew about that I would go to.
I know the exact one, and I won't say anything. That's probably what inspired me looking around and finding my spot.
Yeah. That's important to us guys, man. I want to be able to just like let loose and like be on my phone for a couple minutes. You know what I mean? Just
Dude,
relax.
nothing worse than when you let loose and somebody else just starts laughing at you.
In the stall next to you, because that bathroom that was the secret one was a solo bathroom.
It
If
was,
you remember, it was a solo bathroom.
dude, it's so embarrassing.
That's so funny. And there was a code that you needed to get into. We
Mhm.
were talking about the same bathroom. We were talking about the same bathroom,
Oh,
the secret one at
yeah.
Mateo. That
I,
was
I
the
won't
one.
I won't give it away, but it's one of those things. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Speaking of food, what's Los Payas? What is that? Did I
Oh,
say it
Los
wrong?
Paisas, the
Los
homies.
Paisas. Yeah. What was that about?
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah. I was. We'll talk about how great Sunday was, but yeah, dude,
Hmm.
there's like a. I think I mentioned also we got a new gym that's right down the street. So between the afternoon games and the Sunday night game, I went and did some Stairmaster. You know, I'm getting in shape to getting this 32-inch waistband.
Oh,
Um,
you're down to a 32? Are you
I've
trying
been
to
at
get
a
down to it?
32.
Brother, good for you. I used to be a 32. I'm up to like a 30. I'm a 33. So I'm a 33, 34. Like 33 waist and then 34 length.
Hmm. I'm at
Um,
32, 34. But yeah, I'm just
all right,
trying to
man.
drop a few pounds. I'd stepped on the scale and I was surprised. It's not a bad looking, like for the weight that I am, and I don't look bad, but I'm like, damn, I gotta cut some pounds, you know? So I was in a good mood and there's these guys that set up like a grill right on the corner, right by where we live. And you can smell the chicken that they're grilling um for blocks. It smells
Mhm.
delicious. I haven't gotten it since we moved in almost a year ago. So I decided to do that in celebration. Delicious. I'll be going
Love that
back
food.
there. It's like 24 bucks for a whole chicken, some beans, rice, and tortillas. It's great, dude.
A whole chicken
A whole ass chicken.
for $24? That's
Hmm.
crazy. I know it was hella seasoned. Basically, you get like three meals out of that because they give you
Hmm.
the tortillas, they give you everything. That's fire.
Dude, it's the best.
That's fire. We have
Yeah.
a place kind of near us that's kind of similar to that, but it's a chain, so it's not as good, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Then other than
Oh,
that, I was just sick the past couple days. It sucked. So I'm glad that's done.
yeah. It's probably good that you worked out. So then you stepped some of it out.
Hmm.
And
I might get.
folks at home that are listening, we are able to banter more in the beginning of the pods because, like Wild Bill had said, he upgraded us to the Zoom Elite Club, the status that gives you the extra time. You know what I mean? We're not limited anymore to 40 minutes. So you're
That's
going to be
right.
seeing us kind of just chit chat, be able to because this is our time to hang out. We appreciate y'all watching, but this is our time to see each other. He lives in California. I live in Texas now. And so this is a weekly time for us to, catch up as old friends as well. So we appreciate
Correct.
the time.
And not only that, we got to remind you guys, Peyton and I are just like you. We got problems too.
Normal dudes. My waist isn't the smallest. It's okay. I'm
That's all
trying.
right. I still
I'm
love
working
you.
at it. Exactly. And I love you.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
But before we dive into the games, I did, like I said, get to watch the noon Central Time games um, at a bar.
Mhm.
And being in Texas, being in Dallas, a lot of Cowboys fans. But it is a commuter state or city, I will say. There's a lot of people that are from Missouri. Then being that they're Chiefs fans. There's a lot of people here from Chicago as well, like a
Mhm.
lot. So we have some Bears fans, but just a lot of people from all over and there was only one other Eagles fan at this bar that we were at, and it's kind of like it's all one story bar. The it's almost it looks like you have like a garage door, like two of them, like
Okay.
right next to the parking lot. So like it was open and like you got fresh air coming in. Big bar right in the middle. That's the bar space of the whole thing. Um, and that Eagles game, man. We'll jump to the end just to speak about it first. Um, and we did say last week if the Bears won, we were going to speak about the Bears first. But Willie has on our notes we're going to speak about the Eagles first. I don't know why we're doing it, but he set it up.
Crazier
Uh,
game. We'll give it up to the cinematic
it was a
ending
cinematic
that it
friendship.
was.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
it was. So to start with that block sent, and funny enough, the Commanders fan, my friend Will. said, because we had already blocked a kick in the game. He goes, you guys might be able to block this right before it. And I was like, man, I hope. I was like, to lose after doing all of that, the comeback drive, X, Y, and Z, the block, to do all of that to then just lose on like a 40 something yard field goal was going to be devastating. Big Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. Got the mitts up,
The mitts.
blocked it. Big boy rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He hit 18 miles per hour returning that. And shout out to Jack, Jacorian Bennett from the Oakland Raiders. Like I've been saying, I wanted him to play over a Dory Jackson. This is low key. He dives and hits the kicker from touching the ball after the block so that Jordan Davis could pick it up and keep on running. Hey, shout out to all you idiots that took LA plus 3.5. Try to tell you that these birds do that. I try to tell you, these birds do that. We really a different type of team, man. It doesn't matter. We down 19. We down, I don't want to say down a lot because I don't want to be down a lot anymore. That was kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
It don't matter. All right. Us birds, our fans don't give in. Our coaching staff doesn't give in. Our players are never going to give in. Jalen Hurts got them boys tuned in the second half, right? And so, getting to see the tale of two halves, how we came out trying to establish a run, they came out very stacked in the box, trying to make sure that we weren't able to get into the positions and the looks that we liked. They had a great game plan. They did. But they had a great game plan for a team that wasn't as inspired as us. To have a will to win, have a will to say, you know what, we're not giving up. All those Bills fans week one, when they left the game early and then they came back and beat the Ravens, and then Josh Allen had to come out and say, hey, make sure you stay next time. Eagles crowd was lit the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? We got that dog in us.
It's
I
true.
can keep going. Bill, give me your output on the game, and I'll get into a little bit more of the details of the game. But what did you think of the Eagles game?
Dude, I mean, I knew it was like I couldn't jump to a conclusion through the first half, knowing like this team isn't dead. Like
Mhm.
by like the eye test, it was like, wow, the Rams are really like putting it on them. But they put up that touchdown to go up 26-7, was it? I think that was a deficit, 26-7.
Yeah, down 19, 26-7. Yep.
And I was like, there's 13 minutes left in the third.
Hmm.
They're coming out of halftime. I this game isn't over.
Mm-mm.
From like an outsider's perspective, I knew this game wasn't over. And then, I mean, you see Jalen Hurts throwing the ball to AJ Brown, and you're like, oh yeah, they can do that. If everything else isn't working, they can still do that. It's there. AJ Brown is still one of the most dominating receivers in the league, and then you got Devontae Smith. So it's like they haven't had to be those guys because everything else has just worked perfectly, but they have that in the bag. And like having that combination of I don't want to say like the cliche thunder and lightning, but that's pretty much what it is. They can hit you hard, they can hit you fast, they can hit you slow, they can hit you bluntly. The Eagles just have it in every single like angle. And then there was a couple of really good plays. I watched the replay last night because there's so much going on in red zone. It was tough to like keep track of it. Um, Blankenship, that guy was making so many plays. That guy
Reed
was
Blankenship.
keeping the Rams in check in the second half.
Yes, he was. He's
So,
the we took oh, we he took over for like the captain position from CJGJ, and
mhm,
shout out to CJGJ. They just got released. If you want to come on home, we wouldn't hate it.
that'd be cool.
It would be real cool. Um, but no, yeah, was flying around making plays, man. Zach Bond beginning of the game having that pick, like to have as many interceptions as Zach Bond gets in the middle of the field like that as an inside linebacker, like is needs to be spoken about. Like he's really like that. And I know he put the league on notice last season, and I think he should have won Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, I am biased. I'm an Eagles fan, but like, who was playing? Like his stats were that of Luke Kuechly of Luke Kuechly's MVP season. I think what was it 2013 or 2014? Like,
Mhm.
what are we doing here? Um. So yeah, man, the defense held down. They gave us an opportunity to get back into this game. Still, definitely think we need to figure out the corner position. Adoree did a little bit better. They threw Jack Jack out there. That's my coin nickname for him. I like that name. I loved Incredibles growing up. So I'm going
Great
to be
movie.
calling him, yep, Jack Corian Bennett. I'm going to be calling Jack Jack for those that are wondering. Um, and then, yeah, man, I think that without the strength of our defense, I know they let up 26 pretty early, but without the strength of that defense and holding them back, the second half adjustments from Vic Fangio, even though Vic Fangio actually said, well, I don't do second half adjustments because it takes him a few minutes to get down from
The
the
booth.
booth. And then it takes a few minutes to go through with the coaching staff, like what they're seeing, bless you, to
Thank you.
what we're seeing. Um, he doesn't he's actually doing adjustments through every series. And so Vic, the longer he plays you, the quicker he'll find out, okay, this is what they're trying to do to us. So he might give up a few points in the beginning of the game, but he's gonna figure you out by the end of it. And that is why I love having him as our defensive coordinator. That was such an underrated signing by the Eagles last season. Um, yeah, man. Jalen Hurts is that guy. Tired of y'all in the barbershop talking Jalen Hurts can't do this, Jalen Hurts can't do that. Y'all don't know that, man. The way I know him.
Like Chief
He
Keef.
just like Chief Keef. He is one of one. Um, and he just I don't know if you saw the replay of his facial expression after the block.
I saw. On the next one. Who you guys
On
play
to the next
next?
one. Tampa, 1 o'clock
Tampa?
Eastern time next week.
That's gonna
And
be a good game.
don't mind me as I'm looking down. I'm going to Twitter.
Oh, that's right. I think you have receipts.
Oh, I got receipts, Bill. Oh, I got receipts. Drew Brees, we'll start with you. And I hate to do this because, Victoria, family's from New Orleans, huge Saints fans. Hate to do this to you, Drew, but you deserve it. Drew, you had a noodle arm your last 2 seasons in the league. You weren't good. You only won one Super Bowl, only went to one Super Bowl. Your passing yards are very gaudy. There's a lot of them. Multiple 5,000 yard passing seasons, multiple, I think, 80% completion rate percentage. But guess what, Drew? You're looking at the camera. None of that shit matters, big dog. No one cares. Do you win the game or do you lose the game? Huh, Drew? You had a lot of multiple digit win seasons just to get bounced in the first or second round. You bounced out even the Eagles a couple years in the wild card round. You did that to us. I ain't gonna say you didn't. But guess what? Jalen Hurts wins. And I know you didn't call out Jalen, but you called out the offense, but that's led by Jalen. We don't care. We don't give a damn how boring it looks. We're 18-0. The last 18 games that Jalen Hurts starts and finishes the game. 19-1 if you want to count the game they got hurt to the Commanders last season. That was their Super Bowl. They're championing how much they beat us and how happy they were they won. Then they got double nickels, 55, in the NFC Championship game. 2 or 3 weeks later. Drew. It's chess and checkers, baby. Stay on that side, all right? You in the booth now? Stay over there, all right? Stay over there. We had a few other people talking mess. What were they
Pundit
saying, Bill?
talk. We should
What
just
were
make this a new segment.
they?
Receipts.
Receipts with
Customer
P.
service.
Um, yeah, I saw people saying stuff about the tush push as they always have. Guess what? Not one tush push ran on that last drive. We got unsportsmanlike conduct. The play before backed us up to start the drive on the 9 yard line. How many yards is that, Bill? We're starting on our own 9 yard line.
I believe it is 91.
Yeah, 91 of them things. Was always good at math. 91 of them guys.
91. Almost 100.
Um, yeah, I mean, I can leave it at that. Drew, we'll just leave it to him, and then we can get on to other people later. But people are saying that AJ's upset, AJ's this and that. He's a consummate pro, man. He understands what it takes to win the game. 109 yards and a touchdown,
Hmm.
all in the second half. Stop talking about our team. Leave their names out of your mouth because you don't respect them when you do talk about them. You don't put Jalen in your top five. You don't put AJ in the top three receivers in the league. There's always someone else that's better than us, but then we're a super team somehow. Let's move on, bro. Let's move on. Let's talk about these Bears.
Oh, these Bears. Oh man, I've been waiting all season to talk about these Bears. Like uh,
These Bears.
the Bears. I have a lot of positive things. Let me just start out by keeping it real. There's a few things that I saw that were mildly concerning. The
Mhm,
defense still hasn't looked amazing. While the game was still not completely decided, that line of scrimmage was giving up whatever to the Cowboys running offense. So that's mildly concerning against different teams.
mhm.
Obviously, it doesn't really matter too much when you're playing the Dallas Cowboys of 2025.
Also true.
Dude, it's crazy. It is like semi malpractice that the Cowboys ran CD out at running back, and that's where he got his ankle twisted on. Not only for like that's like your franchise guy. That's my franchise guy. I got 0 points out of him in my fantasy league. I lost by like 10. It sucks. I'm real mad about that. It couldn't have happened against a better team though. So obviously you can take a lot of like this defense, the defensive thoughts with a grain of salt, like having their all-star, all-pro, whatever receiver out. He
Mhm,
is one of the best in the league, I believe. So losing that takes away a huge element of the Cowboys offense. But regardless, the Bears had 4 sacks on Dak. That was cool to
mhm.
see. It's cool to see Montez Sweat have his first sack since like Christmas Day of last year, which massive overpay in my opinion. Um, that's another conversation. We can leave that negative talk for a different time. Right now, I'm trying to focus on the good
Positives, baby.
things.
Positives.
All positive vibes. Um, Other than that, I don't really have very much negative to say. I mean, Roma Dunze is kind of solidifying himself as being like one of the better picks of last season's draft pick.
Yeah, man.
Um, he's winning. Colston Loveland had a nice reception. I know he like didn't finish out the game because he had a hip. Hopefully that's not anything too serious. I don't think it is. Luther Burden was looking fast. He caught that flea flicker, which was one of the cooler plays I've seen the Bears make in the past handful of years. That the actual flick back was terrifying by DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift has been very frustrating through my set of eyes. Obviously, I don't see what he sees. It almost feels like he like runs directly into the defense sometimes, where there's like holes that I see. But I never played running back, so I can't really speak on that. But as far as the flick on the flea flicker, what the hell? Are you gonna pop it up like it's he threw it back to Caleb like you throw a ball to like a 5-year-old, like all slow. I know there was contact made on him because the I think our left tackle got pushed into him, so that might
Mhm.
have something to do with it. Um, that almost ruined it. I'm glad it didn't, but living dangerously with that flea flicker. Other than that, I mean, Ben Johnson imposed his will. There was the drive where they ran 19 plays, took almost 10 minutes off the clock. Control the line of scrimmage in that sense. I think they only had like 3 or 4 passes that entire time also. So that's cool. If that's something that we can sustain, again, you can't really say much when it's the Cowboys. Kenny Clark went out. He was like the big guy in the middle that would stuff the run. Um, I just think this is a good get the ball rolling kind of game. See the ball go through the net kind of game. Um,
Hmm.
feels good to get one. First win, well, second win since the freaking London game last season. Obviously, it felt good to get that Packers win, but it was the last game of the season, so it didn't really mean much. I foresee a few more wins in the near future. I think we have a pretty good chance against the Las Vegas Raiders coming up. I looked at tickets for that game. I'm not going to do it. It's like 350.
350.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Not at all.
Not worth it at all. Dude, honestly, hot take, going to a football game is overrated.
I honestly don't really disagree with you.
It might be a lukewarm take, but we can discuss that some other time. Overall, man, first game in Caleb's NFL career where he didn't get sacked also.
Really?
Yes. So
I
that's
don't know
also
that.
super encouraging to see. Um, yeah, Cowboys suck. That's also my final point. That's all
I
I got. What'd
was
you think?
I was hate watching the Cowboys. Love that the
Mhm.
Bears won that for the NFC East. Appreciate you. Um, I feel like Caleb is getting like this is what we spoke about, right? Like September was going to be difficult for the Bears because new offense, like everyone has to be on the same page, like that just takes time to grease together.
Mhm.
And you're still probably going to see some bad habits out of him as well as the team throughout the year. I think by next year, you guys are really going to see a clean, refined product. Um, but that game, I mean, you guys were in complete control. Like, and I think that's such a comfortable feeling to have. Um, I think that you guys are probably best in doing those three wide sets, three receivers, one tight end. Um, it'd be interesting to see. It'd also just be interesting, like thinking back in the past, like obviously this uh hindsight is 2020, but like what this would this offense look like if you guys never gave up David Montgomery to Detroit? Like I like DeAndre Swift, and I think that he's good for your guys' team. However, having a 1-2 punch with someone that can like be a bruiser like really does just help a lot, right?
Mhm.
And so I just wonder what that would have looked like. But regardless, because I think that then you could end up doing more with that type of running back because the play act off of the play action, they have to respect it a little bit more. Oh, I meant to say something about the Eagles, but it's fine. We'll get to it later. Um, so yeah, I think that this was, like you said, a layup game. This was get you in the right direction. This is a what they like the tune-up game is what they call it for
Mhm.
like the college games where they play like South Mississippi State or some shit, right?
That's right.
You guys needed this one, and getting on the win column early in the season like this is going to build momentum going into next week in Las Vegas. They have Vegas next week.
Yes, that's right. And then the bye week, which is the super early bye week, but
Yeah, we had the early bye week last year too. Not a fan of that.
mm,
Yeah, but if you go into the bye week 2-2, I mean, hey, like that's what the Eagles were. We were 2-2 last year going into the bye. That could
that's
be a
right.
good reset for the team. Caleb has an opportunity to tell Ben what he likes. Ben has an opportunity to get more self-scouting done because that's what the NFL teams do in that bye week. They self-scout. Hey, what are we doing really, really well? What are our tells? What have we been doing bad? How do we game plan against ourselves? And so having this one early for a young team like you have could actually pay you guys really good dividends. Um, so shout out to y'all, man.
That's right. And I actually have like faith in this coaching staff to do all that homework during the bye
Hmm.
week. So it's a good feeling. Obviously I'm still cautiously optimistic. We did play two really good teams the first couple weeks of the season.
Good.
So that's something to also keep in mind. So we'll see against some of these like middling teams how we actually stack up against them. If we can beat teams that, decent teams are supposed to beat, I think we're in a good spot. Obviously
Mhm.
didn't think they were going to win the Super Bowl this season. So as long as we just keep putting one foot in front of the other, I'm happy.
One at a time, baby. one at a time. As long as you can go 2-2 next week, 1-0 next week, like that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Um,
Hell yeah.
Moving forward,
Did
you
you
got to.
did, did
I go ahead.
did you want to do cleanup on what you want to mention about the Eagles real quick?
Oh yeah, sure. I liked that to see Chris Long get on his podcast, LeGarrette Blunt get on Twitter, and it's gonna make sense in a second. Those guys are known. Chris Long was I think a second or first overall pick to the Rams. He's known as a St. Louis Ram, right?
Right.
Maybe even a New England Patriot because I think he has one or two Super Bowls with the Patriots.
Hmm.
He spent one season in Philly. He was cheering and happy on his podcast that the Eagles beat the Rams, and he got drafted and paid hundreds of millions of dollars by the Rams.
Wow.
LeGarrette Blunt was on Twitter saying "Fly Eagles fly" and talking his shit. Only spent one season with the Eagles in Super Bowl in 2017. Both those players on the same team with the Eagles. What I wanted to come back and say is how it really does when players say, "Oh, like, well, I love our fan base." Like no, 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 no. People get kind of twisted with like some of these fan bases. There's a few that I respect, but none do I respect more than my own with the Eagles. And not only is that shown through the love and the hate that we get from other fan bases, but it's also shown from the players. Why are players only spending 1 year deals with us and talking so lovingly about us? Beginning of the season, CD saying, "Yeah, man, I got dogs over there with the Eagles that, um, like I appreciate the work that they're doing." Like talking about Jalen Hurts and his time at Oklahoma with him. Um, and then yeah, like I mentioned, these other players that only spent the one season with us that just love us more than teams they spent multiple years with. Just want to make sure that goes on record, man. I appreciate you, Laguerre. And I appreciate you, Chris. Appreciate what you guys did for 2017. We'll never forget it. But moving forward, I got to speak about my hate watch and how happy I was with the Bears taking care of business.
Yeah, that's fun.
Billy,
Yes.
what was your hate watch like?
Oh, the real game of the week. America, we are back. Cleveland has our back. What a slugfest that was. I mean that this was probably one of the more surprising like scores going on throughout the game.
Hmm.
The self-proclaimed preseason Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers against the lowly Cleveland Browns in the heartland of America, where the true American spirit is here and alive and well. If you were to roll together all the people and their fight for all that is good,
Hmm.
you would get basically this football game. Ball don't lie, Peyton. Does the ball lie? Answer that
Not
question.
at
Does
all.
it? No,
Not at all.
the ball
Ever.
does not know words. It does not know biases. It only knows what is right and what is wrong in its own perspective as the ball. Because that's what it does. That's its job. It's really
Hmm.
good at its job.
Hmm.
And the ball did not bounce in the direction of the evil and the wicked. It bounced the way that it knew to bounce, the right way. So what happens when the refs try to influence the game and take away a good hard-earned fumble that would have gone to the Cleveland Browns? A blocked field goal. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't it interesting that the Cleveland Browns, with their tough defense, was able to
Hmm.
vanquish the alleged greatest offense in the NFL with
Hmm.
the preseason MVP, Jordan Love. 10 points in 4 quarters.
Fraud alert.
Interesting.
Fraud alert.
I'm
It's
starting to
early.
smell. It's starting to stink a little bit.
It's starting to sting a little bit.
Yeah, just really interesting what I'm seeing out here. And regardless, it was going to be a tie game at the end of regulation, but the ball didn't lie.
At all.
The ball did not lie whatsoever. Joe Flacco, still elite. The I've always said that the Green Bay Packers are the litmus test for the NFL and good teams.
Mhm.
Good teams beat the Green Bay Packers. Not so good teams don't beat the Green Bay Packers. So how many good teams are there is almost directly like correlated with how many times the Green Bay Packers lose in a season. And there's
And I
better
wouldn't even,
teams out there.
I wouldn't even say the Browns are hopefully that great. They,
That's
the
America,
Browns,
baby.
that is America, baby. The middle of America too,
Any
like
given
you said.
Sunday.
Yep. Um, yeah, man. Like the Packers players coming out and saying we could go undefeated. We could do, brother. What are you doing? You're fraudulent. That's what you are.
This
I
this
don't
is
know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
this is one of those games where you can always count on the Packers to tap the Bears still suck sign. Okay,
Yep.
you still lost in
To the
embarrassing fashion. We all saw.
to the Browns, man. To the Brown. Like, and so to speak about like the NFC and the overall picture of this, like what this does, if the fans at home that are listening actually want a little like understanding where I'm thinking, this helps Bill with the NFC North
Oh yeah.
tremendously. Like we said, if they can go to 2-2 going into the bye, they have an opportunity, right? Packers, if the Packers go say they win next week, they're 3-1, only one game back
That's not bad.
on the Packers. That's
That's
not
not
bad at all.
bad.
That's assuming they win next week. They could lose again. They could lose two in a row. And you guys are both sitting at 2-2. Um, Also, for me as an Eagles fan, I won't say I was getting nervous, but the way that the media talks about the Packers when they're doing well is like you said, shit don't stink, but something stinky. We all got eyes, something stinky.
Mm-hmm.
We all got noses, something stink.
I also love this game because it gave the rest of the NFL the blueprint.
How to beat them?
Do you remember the the 2018 Rams going into that Super Bowl against the New England Patriots?
Yes.
And the thing that they all noticed, thing that after the fact they came out and said when they lined up against the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl, they said, "Oh, they're running the Bears defense." So if you remember that season, they played the Bears on Sunday Night Football, and they dominated
Hmm.
the Rams in 2018.
I didn't know that.
The Bears
But
gave the Patriots the blueprint against the Rams, and now the Browns have given the rest of the NFL the blueprint against these frauds.
so you're a real ball watcher. I love that about you because um I also have a similar story for the 2007 Patriots Giants. The Eagles, like that undefeated team,
Mhm.
the Eagles were the only team that year with, I think that was Jimmy Johnson still, his defense. Our defense coordinator that passed away. I think it was still him. I don't think it was Sean McDermott at the time. I'd have to go back and double check, but we were the only ones to hold the Patriots to like a very, very, very close game. And then the Giants did that in the Super Bowl. Exact same defense. And that's so funny that I always thought that was just me that ever like noticed that. But then flip side, when the Eagles lost the Super Bowl in 2022, it's because they watched Jacksonville do the orbit motion against us when the person that they put in motion goes behind like the running back like a big deep circle. They call that orbit motion. Um, but they would do a reverse orbit. So they'd send Sky Moore like this and then reverse field and go back the way he came. And they scored twice in the red zone. The Chiefs did on us. But they saw that from Jacksonville like week 3, and we end up winning against Jacksonville. But the Chiefs abused that play against us, and we never learned our lesson. Crazy that like other coaches don't see that throughout the season, right? And
Mhm.
like do anything with it, but then like the great coaches make adjustments and like have that extra week before the Super Bowl to be able to do that. So it's just crazy to think and see in real time. But
Right.
and as a fan, you realize like, oh my God, like they're doing what
What this
either the
other
team
team
that you
did.
hate or the team that you like, they're doing that to us or against them. So yeah, it's great that you remembered that.
You got to do your homework going into the week, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's on the NFL. Take what the Browns showed you. The Browns
Also,
care about you.
as we're talking, I have the replays going on YouTube. Um, there's a minute and 10 seconds left in the third, bro, and Green Bay's up 10. They just punted the ball back to Green Bay, a minute left in the third. Green Bay has the ball. Like, Jordan, you got to put the game away. I thought you were MVP.
Losers.
I thought you were all pro. What are you doing? What are you doing, mate?
You just love to see your ops getting pantsed.
Yeah, I love it.
You
No,
love
I
seeing
love it.
those undies.
I love it. And I hope there. I hope you better have the Fenty joints on, the Rihanna joints, because I don't know what. Yeah, if I'm seeing some underwear, it better be something nice. And they got pants, and it was not nice.
It was nice.
It was some. It was.
I liked it. I liked it a
I
lot.
talking about the undies weren't nice. They were the what's the Captain underpants. They were
The tidy
the whitey
whities,
tidies, tidy whities.
not so, not so white. I don't think.
Yeah, that's enough on those losers.
Correct.
Appreciate your Browns. Appreciate your Miles Garrett. Thanks for taking care of business. I
Mhm.
think the Eagles are the 1 seed now.
In the
That makes me
driver's seat,
that makes me smile. That makes me happy.
wide-eyed,
Um,
bushy-tailed. Got your coffee in your cup. There ain't no traffic
none,
on the
none.
open road.
I feel like I just did the Bruce Almighty. Roads all mine. Nothing but greens. Um,
I did.
let's get into a now. Actually, no, I think we're tied for first place because the Bucks are also undefeated, and that's who we're playing next week. So going into to recap this Bucks Jets game, um, it was a good one, man. Um, that was a lot of special teams plays there as well. Aaron Glenn is a absolute madman. I love his energy and the enthusiasm he's bringing to New York.
Mhm.
I know that they're happy about, or to New Jersey, not New York, since they
That's
played
right.
in.
We are a
Yeah,
technical podcast here. We do not give leeway to these teams that think they can
these
do whatever they want.
these fugazis.
I'll keep it
Um,
real when it's Arlington Heights too.
good, because I know you're gonna be upset about it. I know you won't. You're not proud of that.
I'm
Um,
fine with it. Soldier Field sucks.
what? I love Soldier Field. It
Such
feels
a
like a
headache to get
museum.
in and out of, dude.
It is, but I like games being in the city of what you're
Yeah,
at,
I know what you mean.
like, especially downtown too. Like,
Yeah,
I agree with you. But in terms of like commuting, like there isn't a train, I don't think that gets you there.
not super close.
Yeah, like it is kind of difficult. You do have to like Uber if you
Parking
don't. If you're,
sucks.
yeah,
I think we're ruined by like both the Cubs and the Sox being right on the train.
exactly. You have entire Wrigleyville.
Yeah,
Whole
this
neighborhood set up for it.
yeah this we can go in deeper into this some other time, but yeah, just I'm looking forward to Arlington Heights low key. Um, but anyways,
The folks at home want us to talk about because I think we tossed that idea around talking about the plans on the off season of where teams are moving. If you the folks at home, if you want to see that content from us, go ahead and leave us a comment, subscribe. We'll be able to um, do whatever topics you guys would like to see us from us.
that's right. Doesn't even have to be sports.
Nope.
Gatekeeping things, all that.
What are our favorite things to gatekeep? That might be best topic.
I like that. We
Um,
gatekeep it while talking about the gatekeeping. Anyways,
yeah, Aaron Glenn, love the energy he's bringing. I think he knew this was gonna be an uphill battle. Same thing with Kellen Moore going down to the Saints. Like, it sucks, man. I know that this isn't your roster yet, so you're kind of dealing with the down and fallout of a another previous coach and GM's roster, and so you got to take the positive plays where you can, see who's actually cares to play football, is about football, and go from there. Um, so yeah, it sucks to see him at 0-3. Don't like seeing any black coaches at 0-3, but hey, the hammer comes for us all, right? Um, Bucks, it's gonna be a good game. I don't like that it's in the schedule makers for us have been difficult, man. The last
mhm.
I want to say 4 or 5 years, we've played in Tampa in September. And right now they're saying the game's gonna be 103 degrees on the field. Like, what do we? And so the Eagles are changing. Thank God, finally, for changing their schedule to go down on Friday and get a practice in on Friday and a practice in on Saturday,
That's good.
um, to get acclimated to that weather. Um, so hopefully that pays dividends for us. Baker and Egbuka out of Ohio State have been
Mhm.
looking real in sync. That offense is humming. Mike, I'm not forgetting his last name. Evans just got diagnosed with a hip,
He's got a
not
hip.
tear, a hip something. Yeah. Strain, like a pull groin or hip strain or something like that. He's going to be out for this game. So
He's got a boo boo.
he's got a boo boo. He's getting threatened uh for not making that 1,000 yards. But the last like I think he has said every year he's been in the league, he's had a hip stressor, something with his hip every single season, which is kind of crazy to think about. And he's still hit 1,000 yards every single season. So he's definitely one of one Hall of Famer. I mean, I don't think he's ever been the best receiver in the league at
Oh,
any
but
given year,
things
but
get degrees.
still consistent. Yeah, consistency will always put you to the cream of the crop. So yeah, man, that's my thoughts on Bucks Jets. I don't really have a lot, but more thoughts on the Bucks versus us next week.
Yeah, I don't really have too much on this game either, but it just felt like this Sunday in particular, there was so many like defensive returns for touchdowns, these field goal blocks that were returned, also scooping scores.
Hmm.
It feels like this season is turning out to be like some of the best games. I don't know, like at least to start the season in recent
Hmm.
memory. There's been a lot of chaos, which I appreciate. Um, I don't know. We'll wait how the rest of the season plays out, but I'm hoping this keeps up. I like this trend. I like exciting games. I don't like so many blowouts, and there's been a fair share of them, but for the most part, they've like made sense. All the
Hmm.
good games on paper have been good, and yeah, I don't think just going back to this game in particular, I wouldn't be too worried if I were the Jets with Aaron Glenn. He's playing inspired, and that's really what you want to see. There's a huge difference between this team and what we saw with Robert Saleh the past few years. Um, I think there's a lot of soul in that team. I think Justin Fields was hurt this week also, so you can take that for whatever it's worth. I've always thought Tyrod Taylor was better than people make him out to be. Also,
100%.
yeah, I've always thought he was a pretty good
Mhm.
quarterback.
Dude, at one point he got stabbed in the lungs by his own staff.
That was crazy.
Like the dude has just had bad luck after bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. I feel for the guy. Whether it's injuries, position battles they shouldn't have to be in. Like there's been a lot that man has gone through, and still being able to start in this league and put up somewhat decent numbers. Like I feel bad for him. He's on that Jets team, but hey, his opportunity to spin it is an opportunity to spin it.
That's
So I
right.
know he's happy for the opportunity.
Got to give him his flowers. I remember that happened while the Chargers were playing in the little soccer field while they were building SoFi. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, I
Like
went and I worked on a film set at that stadium, and I remember like looking at the spot and being like, "Damn, this is where it happened."
that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's
Like
wild, dude.
that. I'm happy he got his money because I think he got a settlement from it. So I'm happy he got paid.
Yes.
So shout out to Ira Taylor, man.
Hmm.
Um, that Lions and Ravens game was elite.
Yes, it was. Yes, great watch.
That was a great time, and that's what football. That was Sunday Night Football, right? Or Monday night?
It was
No, it's
Monday
Monday
night.
night. That's Monday Night Football for you, man. That was two heavyweights throwing haymakers at each other, as they always say on TV.
Hmm.
Um, I think collectively, all maybe not all brown, but all black people love Lamar Jackson. I won't speak for the Browns. I'll let you speak for the Browns, not the Cleveland Browns, but brown people. Um, but black people love Lamar Jackson,
Yes.
and it's very upsetting to watch them lose, especially on like devastating ways, late game fumbles out of Derrick Henry, when he's been elite his entire career. Um, but yeah, man, like King Henry's never been like that. So he came out. He's like, it's so frustrating to know you're working on the same thing that keeps happening week in and week out, and for it to keep happening, he's just like, I don't know what to do. That's a very helpless feeling because then you start thinking about it, and that's when you start thinking and not playing. That's when bad things happen. Look to see a lot more teams taking swipes at him now moving forward,
Right.
um, to test him. But that's, man, what a way to lose. What a way to lose that game.
King
Um,
Henry is I believe is on the wrong side of 30, which is what people like always measure for running backs.
mhm.
Obviously, he's like so different from everyone else in that he's built like a fridge. My thought, like just now developing, what if he doesn't deteriorate like other running backs do, where like they slow down, just don't have the vision? He still has that. What if his thing is he just can't hang on to the ball? Like the hands go before anything else.
Kind of like a Floyd type of situation.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
something
get
like that.
brittle hands, like soft
Yeah.
hands. That'd be sad.
That would
That'd
be
be
sad.
that'd be real sad to see. Because like your rest of your, because he spends $250,000 a year. I saw on like working out, keeping his eating the right way.
Mhm.
Um, for the one thing to go being your hands and not the rest of your body would be insane. Definitely not wishing that upon King Henry. But it has been shown that he's a mortal man, just like the
Yes.
rest of us. He's not Xerxes. He's a mortal man.
It's crazy.
That did you see the handoff pitch by Amon Ra
Yes.
to that was nuts. That play call, that was some Ben Johnson type of play right there. That was just different. I saw either high school, maybe college play as well. They did inside zone, and the running back got it. Quarterback after he handed it off, like did like a swing route to the left.
Mhm.
And the running back threw it to the quarterback on a swing route. It was nuts. Um, Maybe I'll try to link you the video so you can tag it so folks can see it in our video.
That'd be
But
cool. Did he take?
it,
Did he then run with it, or did he like
yeah,
throw
the
it?
quarterback, no, the quarterback
Okay.
ran with it because like you do inside zone, like 14 lead
Mhm.
or 14 power, and then all of a sudden you're tossing it out to the quarterback right before you get to the like he took the ball as he got to the O line like right behind the
Mhm.
center, he just tossed it to the quarterback, and the quarterback I don't want to say scored or he's got the first down or something, but it kind of reminded me then when I saw Amon Ra do that. He got the handoff and then immediately pitched it. I was like, damn, these coordinators out here thinking this is real
Mhm.
smart.
There's highbrow football going on.
Yeah,
I like
even
the
like
way
the
that he handed
detail.
it off.
Yeah, the
Also, it's
detail. Yeah, had it up
yeah,
to that.
hot dog style instead of hamburger style.
No, yeah, no, yes, hot dog style. Yes, up and
Yes.
down. Yes,
I
yes, yes,
said that
yes.
right in the moment to Fran. I was like, "Look, it's hot dog style."
That's so smart.
And she
That
was like, "Can we
because
watch something else?"
she's not a football girly.
She is, but I think it's such a marathon.
The 10
Like,
hours of football will probably get to her.
yes, and then the extra game on Monday. She's like, "Do we have to watch the Monday game?"
Yes.
Like, sometimes I'd like to. This is a good one.
Dude, when I won't say his name, but I know you know who I'm talking about, who I went to college with my freshman year, played football. Um, it would make me so mad because he loved wrestling
Yes.
and like Monday Night Raw. We would have to flip between commercials. So say football was on, we'd watch football until it was commercial. Then we'd flip to Monday Night Raw. We'd watch that until it was a commercial.
That would cause a rift, in my
Guess
opinion. Just that
guess whose
leads.
TV it was?
Was it yours?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was so annoying to do, but I was trying to be a good roommate. What can
I
you do?
commend you for that because fuck, that's tough.
I'm not trying to watch Monday Night Raw, man. Um,
I love
but
wrestling and I'm not trying to watch Monday Night Raw.
but now going over and doing like the big days that we used to always do as friends and watch, what was it? The Rumble,
Oh, WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. That was fun.
It was fun. It's fun to do like once or twice a year, but
That was fun.
I'm not as into it as I thought or as I once was as a kid.
hmm
Uh,
Um, Moving back into these games, who else do you want to talk about from these? I really don't care to talk about the Chiefs. They get enough pub from TV. We could talk
yeah,
about the Dolphins Bills if you want, but I don't care about the rest of these games.
I didn't actually watch that game just to let you know. I just thought,
Dolphins Bills?
yeah, they put up some good numbers. Maybe they're not
Yeah.
the worst team ever.
I watched it. I'll be able to comment on it. It was a because that was the Thursday night game.
Yes,
I believe. Why are you not watching Thursday night football?
I was doing something. I can't remember what.
Gotcha. I don't like do anything on Thursdays, so I was just like, we'll always be watching Thursday Night Football.
Mhm.
Um, it was a good game. Bills were. It felt like. Well, let me backtrack. First quarter, first drive, Dolphins looked in control. Like they looked. They looked great. They like what they planned for. Like their script of plays, their first opening drive script was great. Um, I think that's what film work does for you. I think Mike McDaniels is a great offensive coordinator. So he script up a great play or sets of plays. We've seen more consistency out of him going throughout the rest of the game, right? An actual game plan that isn't just beatable. Um, but they gave me the same feeling as like the Packers, right? Like I feel like they play good teams and they lose. They play the bad teams, they blow them out by like 25, 30.
Mhm.
Because like their offense is just so potent, but they can't stop a cold. And so, yeah, the Bills did every which way they wanted to do them. Josh Allen had his way. Um, on the ground with his legs, passing the ball. They played with more fire in their heart. Josh Allen had a really good run that he slid at the end. It was like like second and like 15 or something. He slid like right at the line, and one of the corners, I think it was corner, not safety, um, kind of like kind of went over the top of his back as he was sliding, and you see, I want to say it was Knox, their tight end, come running down the field and absolutely slams into the corner to protect his quarterback. And like that type of stuff, yeah, it's after the fact. There was no shout out to the refs in that game as well. No flag on the play. I like that. Let the boys play. Let them have their competition. Let
Mhm.
them defend each other. No punches were thrown or anything like that. Just kind of like pushing him off his quarterback. And yeah, man, that to me shows like who's gonna win. Like I don't. It's like old head speak or like the purists of the sport speak. Like whenever they talk about in baseball, like they didn't want to have the numbers enter the game so much because it changed like the old heads, like
Yeah.
how they viewed baseball. That like something about a team fighting for each other, I'll always say like, yeah, they care. Like they're gonna win this game.
Yeah, and
Always.
it almost like lines up with unspoken rules, like that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah. Like you should always be taking care of your boys.
Hmm.
And um it just sucks to see that Tyreek's just getting wasted down there. I think Jalen, even more importantly, Jalen Waddle is getting wasted down there. He has too much talent to just be, and too young of a talent to be dealing with Tua. And like now, what happens to like personally, I think this should be Tua's last year, but they signed him to that fat contract that they're gonna have to run it back next year at minimum. But I could see Tyreek if this season goes poorly as well, forcing a trade out of Miami.
Yeah. Do you think it would happen during the season or no?
I don't see it during. I think that'd be a very bad look by Tyreek. Like I don't see in the media Tyreek doing it during the season.
Okay.
I think I could see him going to somebody if this remains like this, like going to the GM, going to a coach or something, and be like, hey, like, I want out. Like start looking for trade teams. But like the moment you go out to the media with it, you're shooting yourself in the foot, right?
Yeah.
Because then like the team won't maybe get something that's good as back. Like it just makes you a harder trade asset
Yeah, you
to
lose
hold on.
leverage.
Yeah. So I don't see him doing it during the season publicly, but after the season, yeah, publicly for sure. He already last season at the end of the year on the exit interview was saying like basically he wanted out. So I could not I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But that's all I got, man. It was a great game, great slate of games. For you fans at home again, I'll say please subscribe to us, but also comment if we're not hitting the teams that you guys like to hear. I know we don't go through every single game, but if there is a team or a game specifically in the following week that you, after the games happen, that you want us to cover, because we film these usually on Wednesdays, Tuesdays or on Wednesdays.
Yes. We got our last words
Listen,
in.
yeah, let us know, man. Let us know.
Oops. Accidentally stepped on Sonny's tail.
It's who's Sonny a fan of now?
She likes the Jaguars
Why is that?
because they're cats and she's a cat.
What
Got little
about
spots.
but not the Lions?
No, they're too intimidating for her.
Gotcha, gotcha. Jaguars are nice and pretty.
Hmm.
Intimidating still. Feisty. They can be.
They got a
And
lot
a
of space.
lot of space. Yeah.
A lot of space out in Jacksonville.
For them to roam.
That's right. So yeah, shout out to our producer. She's doing a lot of hard work down here, just sleeping.
Appreciate you, Sonny.
Cool. So we'll round it out there for today. Peyton, I appreciate you. Any final words before we sign off on our fans? I know
Um,
you basically already said everything, but
yeah, that was a lot of many last words, and it was good. But real support, real move your end. It's real results. That's my last words. Real support, real results.
shout out this free shirt I got at the gym.
Any
We're
last words
not,
for you, Willie?
any last words for me? You got many last words. Um, America won when the Green Bay Packers lost this week, and hopefully that is a trend that remains. We need more wins. We can't keep having good things happening to bad people, which is what I always say when the opposite thing happens. Um, the world needs good things going on right now, especially around here. And if the Green Bay Packers continue to lose, I think we can overlook everything else.
I love you, brother.
Bear down. Go Bears. The Bears. I love you too. Thanks for joining me again. We'll see everybody
Always.
on our next edition again. Let us know if you want us to touch on anything else. And we will. We'll touch on it.
Goodbye.
All right. Hopefully, week 4 is equally as exciting as week 3 was. We had a lot of blocked kicks, a lot of interception returns for touchdowns. Hoping that continues, and it's a good trend for the NFL. Man, we got a rambunctious little Jaguars fan over here. Uh, this is the part of the show where I talk about baseball real quick. We have a problem with the Chicago Cubs. Since I reacted to the game where they won there and they are in the playoff picture last week, I was sitting on the couch with the TV on, watching them play against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They have lost 5 consecutive games since then. 5 straight games. And they have not been pretty whatsoever. I was sitting here yesterday because I was getting over sickness. I had to call in to work. Jesus. 6-1. And I thought, oh, this is great. I'm going to watch the Cubs break this 4-game streak. Nope. Dansby Swanson let the inning continue on a not so great error. That led to 3 runs, or however many. And then Taylor Rogers came in and gave up that 3-run homer to Brandon Nimmo, I believe it was. So, not cute. Tie game. I knew right then and there this team is not going to win tonight, no matter what. Even if they scored another 3 runs, they were going to give up 4. And that's exactly the type of team that the Chicago Cubs are. They are not consistent. They can't play from behind. They can't hold a lead. They can't win after clinching the playoff spot. I've yet to been proven wrong on any of the things that I've been saying. The Cubs lost 1-0 twice against the Cincinnati Reds. And the Reds actually have something to play for. And they play like it. They're showing it with their effort and their will to win. There was 2 wasted starts by Chicago Cubs pitching in this past series. 2 absolute gems. One of them being by, I believe it was Jameson Taillon and Colin Ray. I can't remember what. I mean, I'm so checked out of this team being checked out. And if they really do lose out the top wild card spot, I think they're only a game or maybe a game and a half ahead of the Padres right now. We're in trouble. This is not good whatsoever. I know we have 4 games against the lowly St. Louis Cardinals coming up. We still have 2 games against the Mets. This is spelling out to be a really bad ending to the season. I'm not even going to look into the games in San Diego if they come out here because I know it's over. And if they don't bounce back tonight, I don't know where this is really going to go, but I can't imagine that it's good. Yeah. I didn't watch any of the Reds series because I knew that it wasn't going to go well. The only Cubs baseball I've ingested in the past week or so was last night's game. And I am really upset about it. So I stopped watching in the top of the 8th, top of the 9th, when that 2-run homer got hit. Not good. I have no trust in this team whatsoever. The faith has never been lower, even after clinching, even after knowing that this team is capable of maybe winning 90 games. We might be stuck at 88 for the rest of the season. And it's so outrageously frustrating. I don't know how any of the other Cup fans feel about it. It's got this Jaguars fan pissed off, too. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we are a team that's supposed to be taken seriously. I'm not taking it very seriously right now. But, yeah, I'm really upset about it. And I think you can all see it by my demeanor and my words and what I'm saying and the way my kitty's acting. So that's where I will leave it for this week. The Cubs suck, and we all suck along with them for believing in them throughout this entire season. Even though they've given us many reasons not to believe in them, we still show up every day, and it sucks. So, thanks for tuning in. Let us know, again, if there's anything you want us to talk about. And we'll catch you on the next episode next week. Thanks for the subscribers. Thanks for the views. And until next time, it's over.